Artist Holton Rower is best known for his pour paintings, which you see here in the video. It is where an artist pours paint over what is called a hat or a raised surface and lets it fall, drip, or run down naturally over the surface. Sometimes the paint is allowed to run onto the floor uninterrupted, but sometimes it has exclusions where the artists place obstacles that the paint has to flow around, and then the obstacles are removed as you see in the video, and it is allowed to fill them up. Rower was born in the psychedelic 60s. He worked with his father on construction sites, and this is where he learned how to work with teams and make things happen. He is the grandson of another famous artist by the name of Alexander Calder. So he grew up surrounded by influencing and inspiring works of art in his environment. Alexander Calder is best known for his mobiles, or moving art and sculptures, also known as kinetic sculptures, which relates to perfect balance. One of his most famous artworks is called Lobster Trap and Fishtail, a moving mobile sculpture. Just as Rower's grandfather produced mobiles or moving arts and sculpture, he took after this and made things that also appeared to be moving by pouring the paint and letting it decide where it went in his works of art. The last solo expedition of his work was done in 2013 and was shown in the Art Museum in New York, New York, called The Hole. Here's an example of work that was done by me my sophomore year in 2015.
Sam Van Aken, a contemporary artist who works beyond traditional arts, using the growth of technology and sciences. He was born in Reading, Pennsylvania, and grew up in a farm. He is currently working as an associate professor in the School of Art at Syracuse University. The Tree of 40 Fruits is one of his most famous artworks, but this is an artist's rendition of what it would look like when it's fully grown, because the trees take a while to grow. Here is an actual picture of one of his trees blossoming. How he accomplished this is by using the process of grafting. Grafting is the process of joining two plants together to grow as one. Because he grew up on a farm, he used the different methods he learned to create his artworks, by grafting different types of stone fruit tree branches to each other to get varieties of colors and fruits. He started this because he was interested in ideas of hoaxes. So he created this because at one point the tree looks normal, but when springtime comes, it blossoms and makes people stop and wonder. Now, his trees were not grafted randomly at different points, but were placed in specific places and were mapped out. His trees caught the attention of the world, getting seen on the news. He even does a TED Talk about his trees. His trees are not only his artwork, but also a science project. He goes on talking about how his trees make people stop and wonder. This is not only making them wonder and think how it's possible, but it also shows them that new things are possible. He's able to not only confuse and amaze people by his trees, but the trees of 40 fruit would not have been possible without actually saving an orchard that was going to be demolished. Sam Van Aken, a contemporary artist who not only caught the attention of the world with his artwork, but used nature and science to make it come alive and inspire people.